Hello everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. I just said my introduction and realized my microphone was muted, so that's off to a great start. Uh, but now it should be good. I have the train started, the stream started, so if anyone could confirm that they can hear me, that would be great. Awesome, Kevin. Thank you very much. I'm realizing now you can't see me, which is, well, normal and not. I turned off my camera, but I don't know where it is. Right there. Should be there. There you go. Now, everything is set up. Some trains are running. Tonight's going to be a short stream. I am very busy this weekend, and unfortunately, I was not able to have Jim come in time. I wanted him to be here. It's a lot more fun with him, on my side anyways. But, let's just put it that way. 20 minutes ago, my computer had a text screen instead of a regular window to work with. So that was interesting. It was on purpose, but it was well, on purpose. I was trying to make it work better, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So I'm gonna work with what I have, which is this. Again, the stream's gonna run smoothly, I'm sure. I'm just making sure my turnouts are fine. I'm just gonna have a shorter one, so let's hope everything goes smooth. What do you mean already? They started before the stream, so I will be back in about 47 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I had fixed that locomotive earlier this week. It ran great the entire week while I was using it. And tonight it decided that, nah, it's not working. So she's gonna get parked as soon as the lap's completed. You mentioned the Gremlins, Holly, and this is what happens. This loco was fixed. Had the best electrical connection it ever had, and now it doesn't work. Please just finish your lap so I can park you. Oh my god. Oh, and it's alright, Holly. I'm not actually mad at you. I'm just disappointed that the loco that was fixed is no longer fixed. Rapido has a really bad design for electrical pickup in there. I tried to make it better. It was for a week and went bad again apparently. No, don't stay. Please stay. I am not actually mad at you. Please stay. If Holly actually left, can someone tell her in Discord that I don't actually want her to go? I'm just... Again, I'm mad at the locomotive, not at you. Of course, when I warned it that I wanted to park it, it's working fine now. Because that's how train goes, right? Still gonna get parked. So this one's gonna get turned off. No, actually, we're gonna run the tree train instead. I haven't run it in a while. Threats can work, yeah. Well, apparently it realized that the threats weren't just threats and it's having issues backing up now. So... It's like, I don't want to get parked. I want to run. Well, should have thought about that before. It's called discipline and you need it. Alright, let's run the tree train instead. Alright, so this is the Falcon 1. It is so nice to have a staging yard. There you go. Let's run the tree train for a while. Me too, actually, Colleen. Me too. See how nice this one runs? The track might be a little dirty, but that's fine. I have not, Drew. But if anyone does, please let us know. So, tonight I might run 2 hours, might run 3 hours, might run 2.5 hours, unsure. I know Jay will be streaming after me. Why did you stop now? I know Jay will be streaming after me, so we'll, why? Well, it turns out, maybe the problem was not the loco earlier. The track isn't that dirty, so there's something going on with that track. Let's hope it's, Good idea, James. Oh yeah, tonight is gonna be dealer's choice for how long and for what we will run. The dealer has all the power tonight. All of it. These are about as stout as it gets. Thanks to Kevin Pacrul for this gift. They're incredible in so many ways. The tree train is okay, so it wasn't fully problem free, the tree train, but it's doing great so far. I'm saying so far. I cleaned one of the spot, and that seemed to help. And it just looks fantastic. And again, having the staging yard, so I don't have to fudge around with that with those couplers that are. So this one's couplers are not finicky; they are fragile. This one and the blue similar one, that's their issue, is that they're fragile. So instead of risking to break them, I prefer to have it parked on the staging yard. It's not full size yet. I want to make it much bigger, have a lot more sidings and stuff to have a lot more trains on it. But in the meantime, the three with the most sensitive couplers are the three that are on the staging yard. So to me, that's a win in itself. This camera is a little crooked. There you go. Alright. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat, and I'm quite happy about that. I don't even have the time to follow the chat. Going quite fast. Oh yeah, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing how you're dressed right now, Jim. If I were you, I'd put more clothes on. So we will lose a camera for about 30 seconds. I have a theory that I want to check. I think my theory was correct. So, I don't know if you noticed that the camera that shows off most of the layout right here was pretty jumpy, and now it's still as jumpy, so never mind, my theory was not correct. I thought it was the type of plug, if it's a USB 2 or USB 3. It does not seem to be that. So, properties, let's see. Set to. Let's see if that helps. I have disabled the Alright, so I don't know if the USB port type makes a difference because it still works jumpy, but disabling the power correction, like, you know, the 60 hertz, 50 hertz, or disabling seems to make it less bad. And also putting in a USB 2 port seems to be less bad. I don't know why. Yes, they are, but usually USB 3.0 ports are backward compatible, so they should go into USB 2 mode whenever a USB 2 device is plugged in. But apparently, no. No, I'm not going to fill in Mustache Mike. I'm going to have it a tech-free night. I've had enough technical problems before the stream with the computer trying to install drivers. See, it just did it again, but so far only 2 of the cameras are doing it, and I'm not sure why. But yeah, no, tonight is gonna be a sleeping free stream because I let's have a look at this for a second. I don't know why it's jumping, and I don't know what setting to adjust for that. It's like if the frame rate starts to fall behind, and it fixes itself in a weird way. And I'm not sure what to do about that. I really don't know enough about camera technology for that. I don't want to mess too much with it because we all know how that goes. What if I put it at 25? I'm currently trying to force the frame rate to see if forcing it makes it less jumpy. Because I'm thinking that it may just trying to vary the frame rate, and that's why it's jumping. But if I force it to a single one, works out. I like this view. I also like this view a lot. I also like this view a lot. Yeah, you're right, Holly. I should stop messing about with it. Well, so far it's still there, and it seems to be less jumpy, so I think forcing the frame rate did help. Hey, thank you, Mustache Mike. The problem is I'm usually tech support. What am I supposed to do now? Alright, Club Share. Enjoy lurking. Why are you? Okay, so bridges are always dirtier for some reason, but that's okay. I saw a message before Mustache Mike. Don't mess with it. Perfect. I'll just leave it as is. So James, what are you currently working on in regards to your layout? Well, on this one I haven't worked on it in a few weeks. The last thing I had done was the mountain, well, the greenery around the mountain. And, well, that was the last thing I did on it. Now, I want to finish... I actually cleaned it in this area. But, I want to finish... I want to finish some scenery on this, but before doing that, I really want to focus on the HO scale. I know I said so I'm all over the place. Yeah, good to know, RDGK. I know I'm all over the place about the HO scale, and you're allowed to be annoyed with me. I think the fact that I just say what I think on the moment on my live streams makes it a little bit more unpredictable. Oh, that camera went haywire. All right, properties. All right. So yeah, I'm flippy floppy about the HO scale. I do want to work on the I do want to work on it and continue the scenery at this point. I do like it. Like, it's not a bad design. It's just there's some stuff that's missing according to what I wanted out of it. But I'd have to start over, and I'm not ready to start over. I have other projects coming up before that. So instead of messing about and losing that train, I'm just going to continue working on it, make it more my own in terms of looks, and then we'll see where it goes. Because there's other stuff I want to do to my basement, and once that happens, I may actually just change where the HO scale layout is, and if that happens, well, I'll start over then, right? And that's a few years down the line type of future project. I do think I can make a second slot car track that's also an automated track, like I did on the previous live stream. So that could be fun. So that could be a plan to do that. But besides that, I'll just keep on working on it. It's just fun. I do like my HO scale, and I like the rolling stock a lot. That's another thing, right? I don't want to start over and have it down for a few months, because I really like my HO scale rolling stock, and tearing it apart will mean no HO scale for months. So yeah, that's the update on the HO scale. So I guess I'm gonna keep working on it. I had to order a few things for the... Well, it's not that I needed them, it's that I wanted to make it an even more advanced setup, the road system. So I ordered some electronic components for that. And once they get in early next week, I'll be able to keep working on it to make it a 2-lane automatic track, just 2-lane automatic track. So we'll see how that happens and how that goes, actually. Sorry. And then I might add a second slot car track. Dum dum dum. Now, what else did I want to talk about? I know we might actually change the trains a bit more often tonight, since I do have the yard, and a lot of my trains are parked into the yard. It's actually quite easy to change. Well, those are quite easy to change, so I might just do that. Let's park the... So, I love that train, that whole train, those locos and the freight cars behind. But I will park the CP Rail Heritage Unit train and run something else on that loop. I'm missing half of your chats, or even 2/3 of your chat. So A, don't take offense if I don't see your chat. I'm sorry, and I apologize for that. And B, I'm trying to respond, but if I don't, it's just tonight it's gonna be a little rough simply because I'm tired. I do want to show you something else as well that I worked on at my job today. Let's reverse this. Oh. Right. This is parked. Now, what could I run? I want to run that freight train, but that could go on the upper and lower level with the Kato. Yeah, that would be nice. So this loop, what could I run? I'll just run the freight stuff on the other loop. Another double header. Not sure if I'm in the right direction. Let's hope I am. Nope, wrong direction. So, speaking of Dave, next week, I have to talk to Jason, but I think one of us is gonna take his Friday night spot. And the other one will have the full Saturday to themselves. So I think that could be quite fun. And at least you guys and gals will not have withdrawals about not running trains. Which is a very serious condition that can happen to anyone. Alright, so let's go grab some freight. So this one, I haven't showed it to you. I will show you once I've picked up the rest of the train. Oh, derailment. So I know switching might not be as interesting for you guys than it is for me, but it's fun, and currently it's very useful. Oh, it didn't latch. No, it did, but the car derailed. Eh, stop, stop, stop. And now it's on the track. Let's run this one as well. Because I can. Okay, that's gonna be way too heavy. These cars are quite heavy. It will have a caboose, don't worry. Don't panic just yet. What else can I put? I think I'm gonna go grab from my my totes, my 3D printed totes, because I have plenty of cars. I just want to run some stuff that isn't usually ran. I don't want it to be too heavy. Oh, this isn't too heavy. I think I'm gonna back it up and just grab those, because tank cars are crazy heavy for what they are. And I mean that in relative scale, let's face it. Oh, again, that same car at that same spot. Huh. Interesting. Doesn't like going one direction on that area. There you go. And we're just missing a caboose that I will manually add. Is it too heavy? Oh, it barely makes it, but it did make it. I may have to remove one or two cars. Yeah, I have to remove one. 2 or 3 cars, unfortunately. This one's quite heavy. This one's quite heavy. Let's go grab it. My bad, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Oops. I mean to do that. This is what I meant to do. Now thumbnail looks much better this way. There you go. No, Earl. I do not have any GMD ones. I do like them. I much prefer Dave's HO scale than the one I've seen in N scale, even though they're the same locos. I don't know why. I literally can't explain to you why I prefer that, but I do. I wouldn't say no to one, but I wouldn't spend the amount of money that it takes. Also, Rapido has not been the most consistently reliable for me recently. So instead of buying another Rapido, I'm gonna buy something else. Good evening, Chuck. Like, I'd love one, but Rapido, yeah. That's what I think. I mean, Mustache Mike, if you have good deals, take them. They're awesome trains, those GMD ones. I don't have anything specifically against GMD ones or Rapido, for that matter. I just have had some bad experiences recently with them, and I'm not, and their customer service is great when it's your turn in the queue, but it takes weeks to get answers. So I had an answer. I finally had an answer for the axles for my RDC. They asked me if I still needed it. I answered yes. They stopped replying. It's been a week. So I don't know what to do at this point. I'm gonna reply my address, hoping that that's what's missing, and I didn't see the reply from them. But it's getting annoying at this point. Like, really annoying. Yeah, no, I'm not spending that much money, I'm sorry. Even though it's worth it, yeah, well, the problem right now is they're really overloaded with they're really overloaded with all the RMAs they're getting, and you know, that's off to a bad start if you have that much RMAs. But can we not talk about that, please? The pedophilia stuff. I don't want that here. I'm sorry, but I don't even want to talk about it. Anyone who mentioned it should be paused for at least 10 minutes. That's just... Nope. Don't want to talk about that stuff here. That's just not okay. Oh, Ward, that's really good. $100 for a starter set. So I paid $85 for my starter set plus $30 shipping to Canada plus import fees. So that so that would be the price I paid for my Atomic starter set. Ward, I know depends on where you get it and who. Shipping was extra. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, sometimes eBay you have free shipping, but it's rare. Even in the Japan sellers to Canada, they're not always actually free, but still worth it. I can run mine later. Is the import fees Canada? Is the high import fees Canada thing? So it depends on what you're getting and how much it was, and who ships it. That is a big difference. RDGK. For example, if it's under $100 for the item, or the total basket actually of your shipment, you usually don't even get hit if you go through Canada Post. If you go any other delivery, and when I say Canada Post, if it's from Japan, it's Japan Post, then to Canada Post. If it's from the States, it's from USPS, then to Canada Post. They're usually the reliable ones. Not guaranteed, but usually. And if it's over $100, and that's Canadian money, $100, they usually charge you $10 flat fee plus the tax to import. Now, depending on which country, sometimes there's extra, but from Japan, that's it. It's $10 fee for processing plus the tax, which is 15% where I live, for the items on top of the value from Japan. And if it's from other companies like DHL, UPS, FedEx, they also add another in-home processing fee of about the same as your total amount of fees. So the tax, the import fees and stuff. So I exclusively order through Japan Post when it's from Japan to avoid that. To avoid that extra fee. So that would be why I that would be the way I'd explain it. So it is and it isn't expensive when it's from Japan. Each country has a different rule. It's just that Japan has a partnership with Canada that's the only thing they charge. Each country is different. I just order from Japan other than Canada because I don't want to pay those fees in the first place. They do offer for faster shipping other companies, but I don't want to pay for the other companies. Again, because they're going to have extra fees. So, all right. So the tree train's great, but since it's dealer's choice, let's see what else I could run down there. I think the steamer could be great. Right now it's on this track, so I need to change the direction here and change the direction here. I got it right. There's no sorting. Yes. So let's move that one out and let's bring out the little steamer. I derailed the little steamer. My bad. Sorry, steamer. Oh, why did you derail? That's not on me, though. Alright, what's that, CN Caboose? Which one do you mean? The one on the steamer or the one on the freight train? Because they're two very different ones, actually. I just realized the tree train is pushing, and I don't want it to. The freight train, this one is the Prairie Shadow Caboose. It's basically a competitor to Rapido, and they run great actually, as opposed to the Rapidos. So... Right, so this is correct. Let's keep backing up the train. True Line train? No, actually. No, it's the latest run from the, it's the latest run from, Prairie Shadows. Alright, we finally have both trains working. And they should both be working. Let's see how that happens. Alright, so the steamer... Yeah, it is keeping me on my toes, that's for sure. I technically have most of the wiring done for the turnouts to be electric. The problem is, I don't have the remote switches from, I don't have the remote switches from Kato to make them operate. They're not that expensive alone, but the bill comes up high really quickly, so that's gonna take a little while. Well, we have a little steamer. It's coming. Do we see it in any camera? What? Yeah, we can see that right there. Well, right there. It's coming around. Oh, now it's there. No, the manual turnouts are actually fun, especially when you do switching. It's just that some of them are at the back, and they are... I'm literally on my toes to get to them. So yeah, that's alright, so this is a little too far back. I really like that steamer. It is my favorite steamer. I like a lot of the ones that I have, like not just that one, but that is my favorite. I have to say it. Alright, Frank. Enjoy. And I did, by the way, I don't know if he will still hear this, but I did set one of the pair of turnouts to be set together. It's just that the other ones need to be controlled separately. But the two here, connecting this track to this track right there, this pair is connected to one wire. I soldered together the two wires to work, and yes, they are opposites, so one of them is wired backwards. So this one is going to be actually really fun to operate because this is too short to park anything on it. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have that problem, but I wouldn't do that because I like to use in between turnouts to park stuff. But since this one is too short to park anything, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna connect them together. Also, the double crossover can be manually individually controlled, but they're all on the same motor because it's too close. Again, the double crossover, not double, the single crossover at the back of the layout, that one switch flips both, regardless. So that I thought was interesting. The old steamers around again. So Holly, it's not about messing it up, quite frankly. I think being connected actually will avoid Dave a lot of messing around. It's a great idea because you know for sure that they're aligned properly and that they're both connected to the power goes through the right thing. The only downside to this is I like sometimes to have one train start before the other one's in its sparking. So if I want to do that, I need to have one turnout flipped on one side, but the other one on the other hand and on the other direction to have it come into its parking. The downside to this is if you forget, you're gonna have an accident. So his method, you can't have an accident, even though the operations are a little bit more limited. That's what's happening. Frank Kato does really help with the geometry. They do make quite a nice system where all the radius turns are all following each other, so they keep the geometry correct, and the number 4 turnouts are all set to connect and be side by side. So their geometry. Whoops! Why did you derail there? That was a strange derailment. That was a really strange derailment. One of the wheels is not on properly. There you go. Hi, Lynn. Thank you very much. The little steamer's coming. Perfect. So the one thing I will say that I think this layout is missing, as opposed to the the HO scale layout, is a camera that is lower to the layout's floor or the table, because I do really enjoy having like a human point of view for the layout. So having the camera at the level of the floor or the ground of the layout helps with that, and I do not have one currently. The problem is I'm not sure which camera I should make into that. If I because the back one over there needs to be this high to view the entire thing. This one right here needs to be there because it is above the train track, so that it can see as if you're on a bridge and seeing the trains. Oh, that gives me an idea. But yeah, it's as if you're on a bridge and watching the trains go underneath the bridge. This one and this one are both I mean, they don't need to be at the height they are, but you see so much more. We can always try to lower one to see what happens, but I don't know. The one with the best frame rate. So are we looking? Yes, you're looking at the N scale, Earl. Which one's the one with the best frame rate, honestly? They're all supposed to be the same, that's the problem. So the fact that they have, other than the one behind me, the one on this yard, where the freight train is right now, that one's a different frame rate because that's a phone through Wi-Fi. But the other ones are all supposed to be the same. I think I like this one to be lower, but I do like the diamond action. Huh. Let me move the camera and see. This isn't bad. Let's lower it as low as we can go. Like, it's not a bad look, but it's not great, I guess. I think it's not too bad. You just don't realize it's going over a diamond, which is unfortunate because I really enjoyed the diamond part. If I bring it lightly up, now it loses the effect that I'm looking for. Huh. Hi, Midsummer. Thank you, Lynn. I do love my CN stuff. I do well, I love most Canadian stuff, let's be honest here. I have a lot of VIA Rail, a lot of CN, and a lot of CP Rail. A bit of the American stuff, but really not a lot. Nothing wrong with the American stuff. It looks great. I just like seeing what's available around here, I guess. Like, that's a way to put it, I guess. Alright, so I'm just moving this out of the way. I'm just trying camera angles with you guys and gals. Too close to focus. Yeah, that's absolutely a thing. And because it's N scale, I doubt I'll be able to make it focus properly this close. Honestly. And if I go too far back to have the focus right, the resolution is going to be bad. Because it's a digital zoom, not a physical zoom. It's unfortunate because this looks quite good. It would need to be a little bit of 3D design and 3D printing for the camera mount, but it's not a. You like the overlook? Yeah. I agree with you. I haven't seen him Earl, but I do think that he's quite busy with. Oh, that's a really good deal. Can you run locomotive and not run often? I mean, I am running a set right now. The SD40-2 from CN isn't usually run. So let's bring back the overlook on the diamond. It was just a test anyways. I'm not gonna hold it for the entire night. Why is it so high suddenly? I'm so used. I got so used so quick to the lower view that I'm already missing the. So let's try the other one. See if this one looks better. So, of course, right now the steamer is not there. I'm sorry I'm moving the camera a lot. Let's try to fit the cable in between. So, and let's see if I can fit this here. This isn't that bad, and this is lower. Actually, this is half decent. I quite like it. With the steamer coming, that's quite nice, actually. You know what? This one I think is gonna stay there. I'm gonna have to make a better mount, but I do like it that way. I do really like it that way. So this is... When the steamer comes back around, I will switch to that camera being full screen. RDGK, that is a Athearn, actually. It was a 2009 run, or 2010. Don't go between 2009 and 2012, early 2000, around that time. It was a short run from Athearn that they did, and I found it 2 years ago in a train store, brand new. It just sat on the shelf for all that time, looking absolutely gorgeous. Oh, wrong one. Roundhouse, right there. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Oh yeah, this one's staying that height. I need to make a better mount for this, but it's absolutely staying that height. Oh, that's gonna be so cool, Earl. I'm not telling him anything, but that's gonna be so cool. Oh yeah, this is staying that height. It needs a better mount, I have to say. So that bridge, train's coming. Workshop, train's going over the diamond. And then roundhouse, train going back up. I don't know why it's jumpy like this. It shouldn't be. I thought I fixed the... where is that setting? So power line is disabled. It's on a USB 2. Frame rate's locked. I'll try another frame rate just to see if it helps. But, no. This view is fantastic, quite frankly. I just need to make a better mount. And I have the tools to do this with my 3D printer, so I'm not worried about it. It's going to be easy to do, but it's going to take a bit of time, so I can't do it before the end of the stream. Oh, I absolutely love this view. Yeah, this is freaking cool. Dave does like to flirt, that's true. But again, with all the trip coming up early next week, I'm pretty sure he's just really busy planning and packing and stuff, so, and preparing for that. So I don't think he's actually here. Oh, that's going to be actually really nice to see. Okay, so the exposure is a little high on that camera, though. It's a little bright. And she's still skipping. I think, so saturation, that's good. Gain is fine. White balance temperature. That's where here in my basement should be about here. I'll get it right, don't worry, you guys and gals. This looks decent. Let's compare the cameras to the other ones. Oh, that's way too yellowish still. It needs to be much colder. 2900 maybe. Oh, a bit too, actually. So that's why it's jumping. It's when the auto exposure is on, it's trying to adjust its exposure to the change of colors of the freight card. That explains a lot, actually. So this looks a lot different from the other ones, but at least... Ah, good night, Silver Badger. But at least it should be steadier. The Boston main switcher? Oh no, I would not sell that, I'm sorry. I appreciate the offer, and I know I'm not running it as often as I should, which is never because I need to work on it. But, where did I put it? I thought it was right there. Where's my Boston? Oh, it's right there. It's in my face. No, it's a gift from Jim E, and I might be too emotional about my trains. When it's a gift from a friend like this, I don't like to sell stuff. I did send one of the cars that Jim gave me to Dave, but Jim did tell me that I could give it to Dave since, you know, to share the love and since we're all friends. Not that you're not a great person or a friend, it's just that I don't want to sell such a nice gift. It's that simple. So yeah, unfortunately, I will not be selling that, but it's because it's a friend that the steamer above it also needs to get going. It needs to work. I need to make it work because it's quite pretty, and Jim sent that to me. Oh yeah, he is. He's also just a great supporting friend because he's been helping me with my layout and my streaming and about everything since we started talking. He's a great person. He really just wants the best into the hobby. So I know he's helped Holly a ton recently. He's helped Dave. He's helped Jason a ton. Funny, but also quite easy to make you fall asleep. Eh, Holly, huh? He's good at making you sleep. But no, jokes aside, he's been nothing but helpful and nice. So I do have to give him that compliment. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna sell it, is because it's from him. I also just like it. It's a really nice paint scheme and a really nice looking logo. So yeah, it's he's a pretty good guy. What can I say? I know what's the next thing I'm gonna run, by the way. I'm gonna replace the two Kato engines with my two Rapido -8s. They don't see the track as often as they should. Yeah, and even the non-gifts, the stuff I bought for myself, there were a few things that I sold that I regretted so much that I had to pay the eBay tax to get it back from someone else. It's not even the exact same, but pretty close. And yeah, I regretted that. So I'm really not a seller. I usually buy because I really like something, and if I really like it, selling it would be just a bad decision. I really would need the money to decide to sell something. And actually, selling is worse than gifting. Like, the stuff I gave to Dave, it's not that I didn't like it, it's that I knew he would enjoy it even more than I did. And I still get to see it, especially because it's Dave's, right? He puts it often on stream, he runs it, he enjoys it, and we all get to see it more than probably if I would have kept those. Like those Pacific Fruit Express cars. I actually really love them. I really... that would be good because... yeah, that makes sense. I'll probably do that soon, Holly. But yeah, those Pacific Fruit Express, I did love those cars. Like, I really did. But I never ran them. They stayed in their box most of the time. And they were too pretty to stay in their boxes. And selling them, I would have just lost the sight of them. But by giving them to Dave, I didn't win financially, but I absolutely won in a where I don't lose the cars because I know where they are. I know they're in rough but good hands, and they are loved and run. Right, he runs them a lot more often than I do. So to me, that's a really good thing. On the other hand, so yeah, that's my take on that. That sometimes gifting is better than actually selling, because gifting to a friend that you get to see the train run It's quite fun. I actually gifted to, well, I didn't gift it. I sold it for a good price. A Athearn Genesis DC locomotive in HO scale because I wasn't using it. Now I would use it, but it's done. But to my local friend. So whenever I go there, we can run the damn train, right? It's since I go see him not as frequently as I should, but I still go see him, you know, quite a few times a year. It's much easier and much more fun to give or sell at a discounted price to a friend than it is to keep it for yourself or sell it online. Thank you, Lynn. I'm just trying to pass it forward because I've gotten so much help from everyone in the community that I want to keep it that way. You know, I want to keep the community that way. It's about fun, simplicity, pleasure, and return to a childhood at some point. And this is our stress-free place, right? We're running our trains, we're having fun, we're ignoring every other problems in the world, and it's just good. So what I'm going to do right now is swap the locomotives. The ones I said we will put on the BC rails that don't get to see the light of day often. Well, they see the light of day, they're on the layouts, so at least they're displayed. But they don't run as often as they should. And after that, I'm going to change the caboose. Because the caboose also deserves to be seen. And after that, I'm gonna show you the other project I worked on today at work, because yes, I'm allowed to work on these things at work. Today was my second job, which is at the hobby shop, and where I give him some pelts in exchange for some store credits or discounts, and yeah, I'm quite a big fan of that place. He's a really nice guy. He's been nothing but helpful and nice to me. So I don't mind at all helping him. And oh no, that's fair enough, Jay. Fair enough. Okay, but we're making it much worse because we're streaming. It's a worry-free place for the viewers, not for us. Put it that way. We decided to make our lives complicated just to expose the channel, the hobby to other people. Alright, this is our fault. It's not the hobby. When you're alone at home and you're just, you know, when you're not streaming, you're not doing anything, you're just relaxing with your trains running in front of you, A, they don't have as many problems. No problem, Christopher. Right? They're never as problematic when you're just hanging out, kicking it back alone. And B, oh, that's why. Okay, that explains it. So yeah, they're not as problematic, and it's actually is stress-free and fun when we do, when we're not streaming. And it's not that streaming is stress-free, it's not fun. It is fun. It's just, why is this one giving problems? Come on. Don't be like that. Oh no. You were my one reliable Rapido. Come on. Well, I thought you were doing it next week, Jim. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know you're not. And I'm not putting that pressure on you. But, so, let's just make sure that the Rapidos run right before we move on to the next thing. Because they usually do. These were my problem-free Rapidos up until recently. the few of them. Alright, so why is she having a hard time when there's cars hooked up, but not when there's no cars hooked up? That is an odd behavior from it. I'm wondering if the car itself is the problem. It's usually not these cars behind it. I will actually replace the cars behind it with something else that doesn't get to run often, but I really like. This is gonna be a very pale train, actually. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to take that. Well, these are great, but I want to run something different. Well, different than usual, but not different than usual with that train. It is behaving strangely, but it's on the track, so whatever. Oh. Right, well, one of the car derailed. We'll fix that. Either way. These 5, I'm gonna remove them by hand. Actually, I'm gonna move that train forward a bit more. I'm not ignoring anyone, I'm just fixing this train so it runs properly. Once that is done, I will be able to get back to the chat. There you go, so that's done. I will need to bring these cars down, because that's not where they belong. I'll hook them up behind them. Yeah. So because it's going down the hill, it's gonna be fine. I'm surprised by how quickly I got used to the wider radii of certain curves, so much that my 13-inch radius curves in certain places are pretty tight. Oh, hi Jeffrey. Glad to see you here. I have approximately 40 plus Bachmann Easy Tracks, black, free turnout, curve straight. I want to give someone who will love them. Oh, just a second. Half of my dad who's passed away. Any ideas? Which country are you located in? Because the country will be a difference. Unfortunately, there's no proper answer. I don't know of anyone specifically, personally, who would use them. Honestly, to find a Canada? Okay, so your best way to find an enthusiast would be to go either to a train shop or Ontario. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of train shops. Or Facebook Marketplace. The those tracks don't sell well in the resale stuff. So you will not, if you want money out of it, you will not get much, if anything. But since you want to give it to an enthusiast who loves it and not to a random person, which is who just wants to get it and not appreciate it, which is a good thing, it might be a little bit more difficult to do. But on the plus side, I'm sorry if I'm not talking, if I don't totally make sense. I'm having some problems with the couplers not coupling, so this is in. That's what happens when some are truck mounted and some are body mounted. They don't align, especially when they're curves. Don't want money, yeah. So if you find a hobby shop or a train class, Caboose, I'm assuming if it's in black, that means it's HO scale. They don't have black brand scale. Oh, thank you, Holly. That I know it's so. So yeah, I'd say go to a train shop, find someone, talk to the owner. They usually know their clients pretty well, because, well, let's face it, there's not millions of model train enthusiasts, so hobby shops will know their customers better than about anyone. They will know if someone who doesn't have as much money would actually use it, so I'd say go there first. You're lucky enough to be in Ontario, where there's plenty of model train shops. Find a small local one, and maybe the easiest course of action to make sure it lands to the hands of someone that will enjoy it, but also isn't complicated to reach, would be to just give it to the hobby shop itself. I know, unfortunately, you will not see who the new enthusiast will be, but at least it'll go to the right hands for sure. It'll save you some headaches and also make sure that it gets the right hand. The other option would be to put it on Facebook Marketplace as free, but Facebook Marketplace has some weird people. So I think the hobby shop, yeah, train clubs would be, that would make sense as well, Holly. Train clubs. It's just that to find them, most of the time you need to go to the hobby shop first. No problem. The best way to find hobby shop clubs is usually through the hobby shop, and they're usually customers as well. So the hobby shop will direct you to the right person to give it to locally, because I'm sure maybe it'll be a kid that just started and their parents don't have much money. Maybe it'll be an older gentleman that doesn't have a lot of space, but Easy Track would allow them to be, and I said gentleman, but it could be a woman as well. Doesn't have a lot of space, but Easy Track allows them to dismantle it when they're not using it. Could be in so many places, but at the end of the day, it would work. Hey, Rebel's back. So I just want to check if it derails here again, because it did last round. It didn't. Alright, good enough. So, since it didn't, it might stop here for dirty track reasons. Not dirty track reason, actually, but it might stop here. I'm going to wait till it went through. And no problem, Lynn. If it goes through properly, I will get off the screen for a 30 seconds to a minute? Yep, it did perfect. I will go grab my most recent project and we'll show you guys. So, this is my project. I will turn it on and show you what I did to it. And I know drift cars are not for everyone. Cars are not for everyone. RC cars have even less people, and drift cars, because they make no sense in any logical way, that even less people like them. But I do. And I figure it could be fun to talk about, or at least to show. Give me a second. I'm just putting the battery in. And I will show you. Actually, I'm thinking, since I know Ontario is big, right? But Colleen, you know Kevin Corner personally. Is Kevin Corner still here? I know he was wanting to build a layout, and he's in Ontario. But I don't know if he uses the. Would you use those tracks? Do you have a use case for Easy Track? Because oh, nice. So I'm not the only one who likes them. All right. So I will turn on the remote because I don't want a runaway car. And now I can turn on the car. Just need to clip on the body. There you go. Possibly once I get into more pronounced. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Easy Track, you can. Did I forget to plug it? Yes, I did. Nice. Easy Track, the perk is that you can dismantle it when you're not using it, so it would be easier to move. I think I have your email. Your email, Kevin. I'd say still send me one just to make sure I do have it. And Lynn, if you want, you can also send me an email and we can make that happen, maybe. For the track. So, to answer some, I'm actually going to stop my trains and do a small RC segment and just make myself bigger so you can see it. So, not this one. This one. And there you go. And I will actually raise up the resolution so you can have my email. It's a little long to say out loud, but if you go in my channel's description, you should find my email there. If there's anything I think, Jim, you could put in, you can go into you could go into my channel's description and put it there. So, just to show, this is my drift car. It's, well, I have two, but this is the one I worked on recently. It's a Kyosho. It's a 110 for the ones asking. I don't have any 1.8s, and for drifting it would be a little big. I bought the Traxxas drift car first, and I learned with it, and it was great. It's, a lot of people trash on it. They shouldn't. it is not a competitive chassis, but it is a good learner's chassis. Because it's grippier, it's easier to learn how to handle drift cars because they don't handle like real cars and or other RC cars. This is a Kyosho Phaser D2 Drift with a beautiful FRS or GT86 first generation body. It's called the GT86 Zenki for the Japanese model, or the FRS for the North American model. I added the lights into it today. That's the project, was adding the headlights, the red fog lights, and the tail lights. As you can see, the steering is moving by itself. That is on purpose. There's a gyrometer, There's a gyro in there that detects movement and counter steers for you. And when I say counter steers for you, it partially counter steers to keep the car in the angle that it is. If you put more throttle or play with the steering, it will allow you to adjust if you want to turn more tightly or less. And that's how it goes. It has a lot of camber in the front. That is on purpose. It's because when it's at full angle, the inside wheel is flat to have the amount of grips. Thank you very much. Is it .com or .ca? If it's a .com, good. If it's a .ca, I actually made a mistake somewhere. Oh, I feel not super smart. So this is an RTR kit, which means ready to run. As you can see, the wheels spin really quickly in the back. It has plastic tires, but I've been looking for a while until I found these that have the right amount of grip, because even though they're flat plastics, they have different patterns that actually have different amount of grips. So, and different material as well. These ones are as good as it gets. They're the which one are they? The DS Drip Element DS FX High Friction 5. That's what they are. And they turn, and so yeah, I can give it throttle, making sense, and it counter steers, and that's how it drifts. So that's how these work. And yes, it has a ton of angle. That is on purpose so that it can go really sideways and still have fun and not lose control. I did put some lights inside as well. I call it the party lights. They're just too flashy, and whenever I'm running it, I put on some music so it flashes. It's not actually to the music, but it feels like it, so I'm having fun with that. Again, I have this one, and I have a Traxxas 240SX, which is also a very popular drift car, but this is the one I'm most proud of. I added the wing, I added the lights, I changed the rims, I changed the tires, and I changed a bunch of steering components in it to make it more responsive and more all just plain better, and I really enjoy it. So that is my latest project, my drift car. I did think of going into the RC drifting video route as well, doing a channel for this. I will not be putting these regularly on my train channel. This is still a model train channel and nothing else. But my other Kevo's channel that I've been using for a while when I just want to browse YouTube, I did change that name to Kevo's RC World, and I will start to put videos on this. Oh, it is. That camera is delayed. I will fix that. You are absolutely correct, Mustache Mike. I will change the... Yeah, it's the camera. Just give me a second. If I... is it not this one? It's this one. I need to change the resolution. And bring it back down. As you can see, it's still out of sync, but less bad by lowering the resolution. And it'll be... So yeah, that's the RC stuff. I don't have a place to... I can run it in a corner at home, but I don't really have a camera for that. But yeah, this is This is one of my RC car and probably my favorite right now. It's my most competitive one. The Traxxas one was great to learn. This one, while it's not yet competitive, which I will not compete with it, it is still a really good car and can hang with the skilled guys. I don't have the skills yet to do so, but I like them. That is a really good 1RDGK. But yes, that's the drift car stuff. That's my RC stuff. There was in one of Dave's streams recently, not the one last night, but another one, there was a guy that has an RC drifting channel that came on, and the guy has a lot of talent at making tracks for this, like scenery for tracks. It sounds the same model as model trains, but being so much bigger, the scenery is a lot harder to do. So I wish I'd have him on so we can talk about it, quite frankly. But yes, that was my most recent project. I will go bring it back, and I might bring the other one actually. I'm back with the other car. Yeah, it is actually. This is my version of my own rabbit hole. But just like Jim, this is another rabbit hole that makes me really happy, quite frankly. There's a lot of rabbit hole and discussions that I can have that don't make me as happy, but my trains and my RC stuff really do make me happy. So these are so that's why when I start I keep talking about them. So I will let everyone in on a little secret here. I ordered a car, and I don't mean an RC. I ordered myself my next car, and it's not a actual drift car, but it's one that can be used as a drift car by professionals, which I will not. I am not a professional, but I will order a model of it. And it's the GR86. I went ahead and treated myself with one. And I do want a RC drift car of it. So this is a Traxxas 240SX. My other toy. And yes, it has underglow. It has even more lights than the other one. I will add underglow to the other one as well later, but not there yet. So I will turn off the trains again. Switch back to the full screen camera with the delayed mouth. And upper yard. Let's try this way so it's not as delayed. Alright. So this is the other car. This one, right now the gyro is not active, but it is. It does have a lot. It hit the body because it's not on the ground and there's no pressure on the tires to get them in the fender. But this is my 240SX with underglow, as you can see. I put some in the front, some on each side, and some at the back. It's hard to see because it's so bright. The underglow is so bright, but I do have lights on the front and the back. And this one, again, just has as much angle as the other one. And it has rear wheel drive as well. It's again, this one is a little slower, a little grippier, but it's a better way. See, it activated. Turn it over. Yeah, you won't see much because the UV from the underglow will kill the camera. But this, you can see This one also has the steering stuff upgraded for the for more angle and for more responsive or more responsive steering. But it's pretty much similar. Again, the motor doesn't go as fast and it's heavier, so it has more grip, which is not competitive, but it's better for learning. So if anyone's actually interested in trying a RC drift car, which is not for everyone, I don't expect anyone here to actually get into it, but if you do, start with this, the Traxxas one. A lot of people online will not recommend it because a lot of people are pros, and these pros don't see it as a competitive chassis, so they're not into it. But as someone who just learned to drive these, this was as good as it's gonna get to learn. So I'll go bring it back and I'll start the trains again. Sorry about that. Mustache Mike, you're not supposed to call me out like this. Because it is absolutely... I just bought into the Fast and Furious franchise. Like the first 3 movies. More than I should have. I grew up on those, and it really marked my... It really defined my my interest in cars. And yeah, that's pretty much how I go about it. So I'll go bring it back, and I'll be right back to continue with the train. So while I see that most of you are not interested in RC stuff, and I completely understand, it's really not the same crowd usually. If you are, I don't know when I'll start, but I'll start pretty soon to do... whoa, the colors, man, everything's purple. Yeah, that might be because of the underglow light. So I will send the link to my other channel. Share. Where is share button? Copy link. So this, you really don't have to subscribe. I don't expect you. I don't have any recent video about it, but I do intend to start posting more. Well, posting on there about RC stuff. Like today, the light stuff I did, I could have showed that. So that if you want to subscribe to, and I forgot to post it in the chat, or it didn't go through. Oh, I'm not even a moderator on my own channel. That's why. Give me a second. I need to post that in the chat. So I'm currently live. Paste. So if you're interested into my RC stuff, I will start to post on there soon. I do think it's a great hobby. I will not exclusively do drift stuff because I do have other RC cars, but that's the main stuff. So expect mostly drift with some other stuff. And so that link is my channel for my RC stuff. If you're interested, since I haven't posted into it, and I don't have any expectation. I don't know when I'll start. Thank you very much, Jim. But I do think that if you're interested into RC stuff, and again mostly drift stuff, you might be interested there. Or I'm retired. I don't have time for 2 hobbies. But you have time to watch both hobbies. You just don't have to invest in it. But yeah, so I just felt like posting it there in case anyone was interested. I want to find an old broken RC flying helicopters. I want to turn to a ceiling fan for my... That would be really cool, but you need to find a really big one. You might have a better luck finding just a model of an helicopter and putting it onto a regular ceiling fan. Honestly. You do you. It would be a pretty cool project, but I think it would be easier to do if you did the other way around, where you just find a model of an helicopter without the top, and just attaching it to the ceiling fan. So, the steamer's running great, and I don't intend to remove it right away, but following the request from Daniel to run some stuff that never gets ran, we will swap the steamer soon for something that doesn't see a lot of track time, and that is very fun, which is going to be my CN switcher with the caboose that's attached to it in the roundhouse. We're going to put it where the little steamer is. It's going to be much easier. And we're going to put the rotary snowplow in front of it, just because why not, right? We're here to have fun, and those are fun. So let's just do that. Yeah, Jeffrey, well, I'm gonna call them paddle because I don't know the proper word, but the fan blades, I guess, are gonna be way too wide and not long enough to be to scale regardless. And if they were to scale, they wouldn't work right as a fan. They'd only work right as an helicopter. So I'd say just have fun and make it look half decent. He's gonna be so happy to have an helicopter there. He's not even gonna think twice about that. So I'm gonna go grab a sip of water, and I'll be right back to switch the steamer. I took three sips. I'm sorry, Jim. Take your time. You really don't want me to switch a steamer, huh? But the switcher is going to be really fun. Trust me. I'm going to flip this switch. Did I get it? No, I didn't. There you go. No, I didn't. Here. So just to make it a little better, Holly, while you don't see the pistons or anything, the rotary snowplow is steam powered. So again, we may not see it, but you can imagine it. So that's supposed to be what, close enough? Yes, it's supposed to be close enough. Whoops, that derailment is not close enough. How did that go so bad? It should not have went this bad. These are usually pretty good runners. Well, no, I'm lying when I say that. They're not pretty good. There's a reason they run on the lower loop. Put it that way. Alright, so that's parked where it belongs. Now, let's just put it by hand. Let's put the little rotary snowplow, which I think looks gorgeous. I'm gonna use the rerailer thingy. Much easier. Let's put the conversion coupler car. Now, let's put the little switcher with the bright light facing forward. And a little caboose, because at least she won't be able to. Holly won't be able to complain that there's no caboose. And it's running backwards. Oh, that's why it's running backwards. The whole train was running. Now I am very impressed by the McCain cars. So I'm gonna lower the lights soon because I want to show you the amount of lights that this little set has. I added the lights in the Loco and in the rotary snowplow just for fun. They just light up the cab, so it's really not realistic. But again, I don't always go for realistic. I go for fun. So that's what it is. Fun. Check DMs. Will do, actually. So I will lower the lighting. Do you need me to check it now? I can check it now, actually. I think so. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end a little. So I'm just gonna say out loud. I'm gonna end at 11. It's 11:23 right now. I'm gonna end at 11:45 so that Jay can start at 12. So if Jay leaves the 8 for you, yeah, 12 for me, 8 for you. So if Jay randomly leaves this chat, it's because he's gonna get ready for his stream. So. And Jim, I just saw your message as well. I could get on a private call with you after this stream. And I did see that Lucky Kevin or Kevin Corner sent me an email. I will answer you after the stream. Dan Mace, what is your scale? So I have 2 scales, if you're talking to me. I'm not sure, quite frankly. Right now I'm running N scale, but I also have HO scale. Jay has N scale, and I'm not sure for everyone else. And I completely missed Jeffrey Robbins' question, and I apologize for this. I know it looks a little ridiculous to have the boxcar in between. It would normally... Oh, perfect, Lynn. I will check that. Thank you. Again, I know it looks a little ridiculous to have the boxcar there. It wouldn't normally be there, but I needed a transition car because it's a Rapido coupler on the rotary snowplow, and it's a regular coupler on the switcher. So that I missed some conversation pieces, but it's okay. I'm gonna sit down for a few minutes and just enjoy the trains with you guys. And gals, also. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, okay, it's the helicopter stuff. Yep, that will work. Sorry, Oh boy, I said something, and I didn't even realize. Why did the lights inside the loco turn off? I will have to look into that. In the meantime, I'll just turn on... I'm not doing it tonight. We're just gonna enjoy the train as is. With regular lights. But, let's, I'll have to look into it later. Also, I technically have a transition locomotive. I have a dummy switcher that has both types of coupler. It doesn't run the best, but because it's really heavy for what it is, but it does work. We could put that afterwards if we wanted to. Why did the light stop? Oh, they're flashing. They might come back. So I'm gonna do one more little story time about my trains this time. So at least it's gonna be on subject. Just waiting for the train. Actually, I'm gonna make it come back around to have a better angle at what I want to explain. Alright, so I will change the camera to go to the one I want to explain. So it's workshop. So this little car, of course it's not in focus because I want to show it. I'm going to try to make it in focus. Alright, so this car, this tank car, this was my other new purchase that I talked about this week. I bought the passenger car in HO scale and this little N scale car. This is my replacement car for the green one I broke a few weeks ago. Oh, well, a few months ago, actually. Is it a year ago already? Anyways, I had bought that car. That was a Microtrains car. It looked beautiful. Unfortunately, it fell off. The layout exploded, and half of the parts are nowhere to be found, so I can't even build it again. Like, fix it and rebuild it. So I did to it what most railroad companies would do. And it's transform it into a tank for the factory. Well, not a factory, but the repair shop. But I did want at least one other car like this. I'd love to find an exact one because that green looks beautiful. But I haven't found one at a reasonable price. But I found this as at a reasonable price. It's not a Microtrains. This one's an Athearn, which is hard to find. But yeah, the gravity tax. But at least this is the similar model, just in a different paint scheme, and I think it looks pretty sweet. I'm quite happy I found it, and I found it at a really good price at Kingston Loco Works. So that was a fun purchase, a really fun find. But yeah, so that car was the other purchase. I didn't make any videos about this. The two purchases were purely for me. They were not... Oh, perfect, Earl. Oh, nice. Thank you. I can't display it on camera right now, but thank you. I want to see that. But yes, the... Yeah, Colleen, I'm still hard... My heart's still really... I'm still heartbroken about it. Still hurts. But at least now I get to display it on the layout, and it makes sense where it is. And now that I have that one in white, it looks really good. So I'm not as heartbroken, but I'm still sad that it happened. These trains are just so fun. So yeah, yes, of course, the BC Rail Caboose. If anyone finds an N-scale, either Microtrains or Athearn, under $30 Canadian, plus under $25 Canadian shipping, because that's what kills Canadian customers for model trains, a Procore green tank car, these big Johns, let me know. I want one, because I broke mine. It is partially replaced by the white one, but I want both. So, if you ever find one under $30 Canadian, I would buy it. And if it's in the US, and that's after the conversion rate, because of the import fees, I might have to lower the price that I can pay for it. But if it's in Canada, I will buy it for $30 or less. So show it up close. I will. I have to move the caboose because it's in the way. But give me a second. I just need the train to pass so I don't... the wire doesn't hit it. It's this green car. That's the one I'm looking to replace. I absolutely love the car. Unfortunately, there was an accident with it, but it's still on display on the on the layout, just not in running condition. And I'd like to have another one that can run in good condition to put. Also not weathered. I don't want weather stuff. I like them clean and shiny, like the real, unlike the real stuff. Simply because in my model, yes, and scale lint, yes, absolutely. Because to me, in my model world, companies take good care and keep their trains clean simply because they're proud of it. And I'd like to keep doing that. So I know I'm picky, and yes, clean and shiny, that's exactly it, Holly. I know it's not realistic, but I'm not there to be realistic. I'm here to have fun, and the bright colors are fun. That simple. I think that's the motto of the channel. I'm here to have fun with my trains. I will actually change the switchers. The switcher and the... I will change the caboose, the switcher, and the transition car to the other switcher with the transition switcher and a CP Rail caboose, just because I want to use those. They also don't get run often enough. Yeah, exactly, Holly. And you did go, actually, when you went to see the big boy. And that train is surprisingly clean. Heading to... Oh, alright, thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. So this goes back where it belongs. Is here and here. And the caboose as well, because we don't want to lose the caboose. I don't want a loose caboose. That's what it is. That's the sentence I'm looking for. Transition. Dummy engine. So, it's just missing a caboose. I might actually put another car behind just for fun. Oh, in honor of Jim, I will put my Boston and Maine car behind it. And I don't have enough caboose, which is actually sarcastic, by the way. I have plenty of caboose, but it's hard to pick sometimes which one. I'll do this one. Oh, I turned it off. That explains. Okay, she's spinning a little bit. Don't want her to burn herself. So, we're gonna put another loco instead. This one is a nice little loco as well. That has bright lights. Or, no, this one doesn't have bright lights. But it's okay, still. There you go. What's your price? So $30 Canadian for the car and $20 to $25 shipping would be the threshold. But if it's in the US, because there's import fees, I'm dropping those to like $15 US for the car, so that's $20 Canadian and $20 US shipping as well. It's just because of the extra fees and stuff, it makes it so expensive to bring from the States. So I'd prefer it in Canada just for that reason. Any of you close to a Cracker Barrel or a sandwich wooden stick? Oh, that's cool, Jeffrey. That's really cool. I really like this engine. Oh, thank you. Well, most of my trains, most of my 4-axle stuff and some of my 6-axle locos are pretty easy to put in. A lot of my stuff has really large flanges, which is not the most realistic, but a lot easier to put on track. So, especially the 4-axle stuff. This is a 6-axle I'm holding. I might swap the engine for this one just for fun because this one's a little slower, the same amount of power. But it's a pretty easy engine to put on. These GP units with large flanges are very easy to put on. So she might actually spin because she's lighter than the other one. We'll see. Why is the motor not running at all? Is she okay? She was running last time. I used it fairly recently off camera. Okay, so she moves forward. Is she not... Does she have a problem reversing? Okay, no, she moves. Why didn't you... Were you spinning and I didn't realize? That's a possibility. That's actually a very big possibility. Again, it's not a heavy loco. Oh. The chances of it spinning are pretty high. Yeah, I might have to change it to something else. I think she's spinning a little bit. Too bad because it's a gorgeous loco. Yeah, I'm hearing it spin. I'll change it when it comes around. I'll put back the other one. Somehow the old GP unit is heavier than the big SD unit. Oh well. Well, I mean, it's free if you have a meal, so... If you were intending to have a meal anyways, it's free. If you weren't, it's gonna be a meal. The cost of a meal. Do I have an engine that is as heavy as this one, but as slow as that one? That could be fun to use. These are all quicker. Huh. Oh, these. Yeah, but they wouldn't match with that one. I don't think I do have. I mean, she's doing fun. Oh, it's fine. She's not spinning. Alright. I'll just put the other cars behind for fun. This car I don't run often enough. Because it has some problems on certain part of the layout. Including a straight line, apparently. Ah, Rapido, you never cease to amaze me. Hi, Dougler. Let's put these two back on. I know I'm just showing off my wrist to the camera right now. There you go. It's hauling a coal car behind it just to have some more coal for the rotary snowplow. Oh, wow, 2 minutes left. Oh boy, Jay, I almost missed the mark. Alright, so, I'm gonna have to, say goodnight now. Could someone send a link in the chat to Jay's channel so we can all hop on there for the remainder of the night, because he works really hard for his streams and he absolutely deserves the support. So if anyone wants to hop on to Jay's channel, I might be in the chat for a little while, not for long. At the same time, I'll be doing a private call with Jim to send him all kinds of insults. Oh, thank you, Dave. Oh, speaking of the man, I wanted to apologize to you, Dave. I'm the one who swapped one wheel on that caboose because I needed a metal wheel for something else, and I didn't realize I had done that before I sent it to you. Sorry about that. But yes, no problem, Mustache Mike. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the stream with Jay, and I will be in the chat for a little while, but not long. And Jim, I will be on Discord. Dave, I will also be on Discord if you want to join me and Jim. It's gonna be just yeah, I know I'm a bad person, Holly. I know. I didn't think about it. That was an extra caboose, so I figured I needed the metal wheel. My bad. So yes. So I'm gonna wish everyone a good night. Thank you all for coming. It was really nice. next week I will be on next weekend. I know Jean-Pierre is off and Dave is off. So expect me and Jay to fill in these two spots. I will let you know in a community post on YouTube which night I'm on, and Jay will do as well. So have a great night. Have a great week, everyone. I do have a video currently being edited to be released this week.